Good evening, hello and welcome to this News Today special coming to you from Mumbai, where all the political drama has taken place over the last few days, and there are, I can promise you, more twists ahead. We'll tell you what they are in a moment. Who is winning the battle of the Pawars, of course, is our big focus. Has Ajit Pawar been able to match Sharad Pawar's popularity? Is the age factor now playing out in Pawar play? That's right, power play is our focus tonight. But first, as always, it's time for the 9 headlines at 9. It's battleground Mumbai as NCP factions go face to face in a trial of strength. Ajit Pawar camp takes the lead with 32 MLAs while 13 rally behind Sharad Pawar. Ajit Pawar now approaches Election Commission claiming to be the real NCP and its new president. But there could be a twist in the tale. Discontent brews in Chief Minister Eknath Shinde's camp over Ajit Pawar's and the NCP's inclusion in Maharashtra cabinet. Some of his MLAs are looking even to possibly return to the Shiv Sena Uddhav camp. As the fight for the real NCP escalates, a Sharad Pawar camp MLA, Devendra Bhuyar, has just switched sides to the Ajit Pawar faction. Will there be more such switches? Could Ajit Pawar become even Chief Minister of Maharashtra soon, as is now being speculated? It's bulldozer justice in Madhya Pradesh. House of a BJP youth worker, Parvesh Shukla, who urinated on a tribal man, is demolished. NSA is slapped against the accused. Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy meets Prime Minister in Delhi. Sources say Jagan contemplating dissolution of assembly to go in for early elections along with Telangana. All India Muslim Personal Law Board objects to law panel's Uniform Civil Code recommendation, says one nation, one law will lead Muslims to lose their identity. Supreme Court relief for activist Teesta Setalvad. Courts grant Teesta interim protection from arrest until further orders. Countdown begins for launch of Chandrayaan. ISRO puts out video of moon landers assembly. Monsoon mayhem wreaks havoc in Kerala and in Karnataka. Roads waterlogged. NDRF teams deployed. IMD issues orange alert for 12 districts and 3 states. But tonight, our big story once again comes from Maharashtra, where, trust me, there are many twists and turns still ahead in the Maha drama. First, let me tell you what are the top developments and a recap of all that's transpired today. Maharashtra has witnessed a major political show of strength between the two Nationalist Congress Party groups, Ajit Pawar and his uncle Sharad Pawar. Ajit Pawar seems to have won round 1 with 31 MLAs of the 53-member NCP present at the meeting called by the Deputy Chief Minister, and only 13 arriving at Party Chief Sharad Pawar's venue. Meanwhile, just a short while ago, one of the MLAs who was with Mr. Pawar, Devendra Bhuyar, has now switched sides and joined the Ajit Pawar camp. A war of words is erupting between leaders of the two factions, with Ajit Pawar even taking a jibe at Mr. Pawar's age and asking why he had not retired. Hitting back, NCP Chief Sharad Pawar has slammed the Ajit Pawar faction and mocked them for using his pictures even now in their posters. Sharad Pawar says that Ajit Pawar's camp knows they can't survive without him. The Election Commission of India has also confirmed it's received a petition from both factions of the NCP. While Ajit Pawar's petition claims to have unanimously elected him as president of the party, the email from the Sharad Pawar camp has informed it of disqualification petitions against the rebels. The Election Commission is now going to ask both factions to submit their documents. Amidst the ongoing family feud, NCP patriarch Mr. Pawar is now heading to Delhi tomorrow, holding a meeting of his national executive, hoping that they will repose faith in him after Ajit Pawar proved his strength in Mumbai. Meanwhile, Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde is also meeting with all his MLAs at his residence. As per the sources, the Shinde group is unhappy over the inclusion of the NCP and they also, some of them are reportedly in touch with the Uddhav Sena. Now, what does all of this mean? Mumbai is where I am at the moment, a city which has seen today not just heavy rains, but also a show of strength by Sharad Pawar and Ajit Pawar in two different parts of the city. It appeared, though, at the end of the day that the nephew had won this round because the fight between the two could have just got bigger. They were now hurling charges at each other, Ajit Pawar even questioning if Sharad Pawar will ever retire. How is this all playing out and what lies ahead? I'll tell you that in a moment, but first, take a look at the top story.
The Pawars are at war, and there is no return from here. Ajit has won the first round, getting 31 of the NCP's 53 MLAs to attend his camp's meeting at the MET College in Mumbai. That gave a preview to what could be a long, bitter, bruising bout between the uncle and nephew. With Sharad Pawar's large photo behind him, and after making the customary remarks calling the senior Pawar his god, Ajit went on the offensive, landing punch after punch. The most hurtful one probably on his uncle's age.
एखादा माणूस नोकरीमध्ये लागला तर महाराष्ट्र सरकारमध्ये 58व्या वर्षी रिटायर होतो. तर भाजपमध्ये 75 वर्षांनंतर रिटायर केलं जातं. आता जर वय जास्त झालं, 82 झालं, 83 झालं, तुम्ही कधी थांबणार आहात का नाही?
Ajit Pawar's attack provoked almost an instant reaction from Supriya Sule, who was addressing a parallel NCP meeting 18 kilometers away at the Nariman point.
सगळ्यात पॉप्युलर नाम कोण आहे? अमिताभ बच्चन. वय किती? 82. त्याच्यानंतर इंग्रजीवाल्यांना माहिती आहे वॉरेन बफेट. अरे सबसे देखो तो फारूक अब्दुल्ला साहेबांपेक्षा 3 वर्षांनी मोठे आहेत. मला विचारलं अरे क्या हो रहा है एनसीपी में? मतलब अंकल ऐसे ऐसे हो रहा है. अरे लड़ मैं तो शरद से 3 साल बड़ा हूं. मैं लड़ रहा हूं, शरद को बोल मेरे तरह तू भी लड़ ले.
उत्साह असतो, जोश असतो.
The fight got a bit personal too.
का अशा प्रकारचं चित्र राज्यामध्ये निर्माण केलं जातं? काय आम्ही कुणाच्या पोटी जन्माला आलो नाही ही चूक आहे आमची.
आरएसएसच्या माणसाने फोडलेला आहे.
Sharad Pawar, a veteran of many battles, vowed to go to the people.
आज मुंबईमध्ये सुद्धा अनेक ठिकाणी फोडले लावली, त्याच्यात होतो माझा. त्यांना माहिती आहे की आपलं नाणं चालणार नाही.
Ajit Pawar has moved the Election Commission, staking claim to the NCP and its symbol. The communication to EC says Sharad Pawar is sacked as the NCP president and Ajit Pawar has taken his place. The Sharad Pawar camp has also informed the EC about the disqualification notices issued to Ajit and 8 other MLAs. With Sahil Joshi, Bureau Report, India Today.
Let's look at what exactly happened on the ground, because I was at ground zero where Sharad Pawar was having his meeting, his show of strength. Now, he has leaders and workers who are loyal to him. But the fact is, the MLAs at the moment seem to be moving towards the Ajit Pawar faction where power lies. So I asked the Sharad Pawar faction, is this end game for them? Listen into what they said. We are with the new leader of the opposition from the NCP, Jitendra Awad. Jitendra Awad, are you now still the leader of the opposition? Majority MLAs, more than 30, are with Ajit Pawar. Are you still leader of opposition?
If 30 MLAs are with him, he is into the ruling party. And 32 MLAs were seen. Rest all, it's all floating.
Are you saying that there are enough MLAs who are today with Ajit Pawar who will come back to you tomorrow?
The same happened when he first revolted.
But are you still confident that Sharad Pawar will be able to make a comeback in politics? He's 83 now almost.
You desire that he should retire and go away. So that only goes on to prove what love you have for him. We have also seen our father in old days, and we tell him, keep walking, keep working, keep yourself fit. We don't tell him, तुम्ही bedroom मध्ये किंवा hall मध्ये बसून राहा. We don't lock him when parties are going on. We give him every opportunity to behave as he thinks. They want to restrict him, and the only reason is they can't put limitations on him. That is their...
So is this breakup complete now?
Yeah, that is for them to decide whether...
But is this, I mean, what happens now? What is the next step now? Are you ready to go to the people and fight the election? Are you daring the Shinde government to call for elections?
Mr. Sharad Pawar has already started it. He went to Karhar, prayed at the Samadhi of Yashwantrao Chavan and started his tour. Yesterday night he called me up and said, on 8th I am going to Nasik. And from Nasik I will go to Dhulia. From Dhulia I will go to Jalgaon. So he has fixed up his plan.
Majority किसके पास है?
अभी नहीं पता चलेगा. उनका भी आंकड़ा जो है स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्डली दिख नहीं रहा. वो दिखेगा तब देखा जाएगा. बट मुझे ऐसा लगता है MLAs इम्पोर्टेंट है, लेकिन आगे वाला इलेक्शन सामने देखते हुए पवार साहब ने जो निर्णय लोगों में जाने का वो भी इम्पोर्टेंट है.
ये बताइए कि ये कहा जा रहा है कि प्रफुल्ल पटेल वगैरह कह रहे हैं पवार साहब अभी भी उनके गुरु हैं, अभी भी उनके पिक्चर लगे हैं. तो ये क्या वाकई स्प्लिट हो रहा है या एक परिवार में विवाद है जो सुलझ जाएगा?
देखो, उनको भी मालूम है पवार साहब का फोटो अगर नहीं दिखाएंगे, पवार साहब के बारे में नहीं बोलेंगे तो वो जीत नहीं सकते. अभी भी अगर आपने देखा मंत्रालय के पास आदिति तटकरे के पोस्टर्स है, वहां पे सिर्फ साहब का फोटो है और आदिति तटकरे का फोटो है. अजित दादा किसी और का फोटो नहीं है. तो टू सम एक्सटेंट सबको मालूम है जब कांग्रेस से राष्ट्रवादी अलग हुई थी तब सिंबल को किसी ने नहीं देखा था, साहब को देखा था. जब भी हमने भाषण किया, साहब के काम के बारे में बताया, मतदान लिया, हम सत्ते में आए. तो आज भी पवार साहब के बिना हम जीत नहीं सकते. हमको भी मालूम है, उनको भी मालूम है, इसीलिए शायद उनको ऑप्शन नहीं है.
देशमुख जी ये बताइए, 30 MLAs वहां थे, 9 मिनिस्टर भी हैं. उनका कहना है मेजॉरिटी उनके साथ है, आपके साथ माइनॉरिटी है. 13 ही MLA यहाँ थे. कैसे देखते हैं?
देखिए, शरद पवार साहब ने बोला था MLAs का नंबर हमारे लिए मायना नहीं रखता. हमारे साथ में जन सामान्य जनता जुड़ी है. परसों के दिन जब पवार साहब यशवंतराव चौहान के समाधि के ऊपर जब कराड़ में गए थे तो हजारों की तादाद में वहां लोग जमा हुए थे.
पर MLA उनके साथ है ना.
अभी 6-8 महीने में चुनाव होने वाले, तब देखना हमारे कितने विधायक चुन के आते हैं. और अभी जब पवार साहब जब बाहर महाराष्ट्र में दौरे के ऊपर निकलेंगे तो किस प्रकार से वहां पे उनके स्वागत के लिए भीड़ उमड़ेगी, ये भी आप देख लीजिए.
मैक्सिमम MLAs कहा जा रहा है अजीत पवार के साथ है. आप कैसे देखती है, क्या आप मानती हैं कि मैक्सिमम MLAs अजीत पवार के साथ है या नहीं, या कार्यकर्ता शरद पवार के साथ है? कौन किसके साथ है?
देखिए, जहां शरद पवार साहब खड़े होते हैं पार्टी वहीं से शुरू होती है. और जो MLA वहां गए हैं उनको मैं बता दूं, चुनौती दे दूं, तुम्हारी नैया डूबने वाली है. नैया में हम खुददार लोग बैठे हैं और पवार साहब की नैया पार करवा कर रहेंगे.
वहाँ वो ग्रुप कह रहा है कि अब वो नरेंद्र मोदी जी के साथ है. नरेंद्र मोदी जी देश को एक स्टेबल सरकार दे रहे हैं, स्टेबल लीडरशिप दे रहे हैं. कैसे देखते हैं?
ये ईडी का धाक है, ये ईडी का प्रेशर है जिसकी वजह से उनको बोलना पड़ता है. देखिए, हमारी एक पुरानी कहावत है, एक पंछी रहता है, एक पोपट रहता है, उस पोपट को बोलना पड़ता है. ईडी एक पोपट है जो उनसे बुलवाता है कि तुम हमारे साथ आ जाओ, सब अच्छा हो जाएगा. एक वॉशिंग पाउडर है बीजेपी. ईडी का नाम बदलकर भारतीय जनता पार्टी रखो. हम धिक्कार करते हैं उनको. डिवाइड एंड रूल. नरेंद्र मोदी
डिवाइड क्यों हो गई?
नरेंद्र मोदी का कंसेप्ट ही देश में ऐसा है, डिवाइड एंड रूल. वो कंसेप्ट हम चलने नहीं देंगे. लेकिन मैं आपको बता दूं, इस राज्य की जनता, राज्य का युवा एक बुजुर्ग के साथ, टाइगर के साथ, मैंने पिछली बार भी कहा था, टाइगर अभी जिंदा है. टाइगर अभी जिंदा है और ये टाइगर और वो शरद पवार टाइगर वो देखिए कार्यकर्ता है, उनके कार्यकर्ता है।
पार्टी के मैनेजर थे, वो मैनेजर को लेकर ये मोदी जी गए। हमारे पास किंग है, पवार साहब हमारा किंग है। अजीत दादा मैनेजर थे, जिस मैनेज करते थे उनके साथ कोई नहीं है।
Sharad Pawar has been in some senses the ultimate survivor in Indian politics. Fought and won his first election in 1967. 56 years later, Mr. Pawar is now bracing for what many believe is a fight for his very political future and that of the party he created, the Nationalist Congress Party. He's now 83. And with his nephew and a significant section of the NCP MLAs withdrawing from Mr. Pawar, the big question is, can the grand young man, as he calls himself, of Maharashtra politics really take on Ajit Pawar and his flock? It is a challenge of a kind that Mr. Pawar will really have to summon all his political determination to try and win. He says he's going to travel and crisscross Maharashtra over the next 12 months leading up to the Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha elections. As of now, the arithmetic clearly appears to be with Ajit Pawar and team. But the chemistry? Can Mr. Pawar claim the inheritance of the NCP based on the goodwill that he's generated among his party faithful? That's going to be the big question that will be tested in Maharashtra, the big state to watch out for ahead of 2024. From Sharad Pawar's residence, this is Rajdeep Sardesai in Mumbai. So the big questions. Is Sharad Pawar now losing out in this battle to nephew Ajit Pawar? Could Ajit Pawar, as some speculate, now become the chief minister next? Is that the BJP's game? Will Eknath Shinde, the chief minister at the moment, be able to hold on to his own Shiv Sena party, many of whom seem disturbed? Is Maharashtra simply now the most crucial and turbulent state ahead of the battle for 2024? Those are some of the big questions that I will raise. Joining me now, Umesh Patil, spokesperson NCP Ajit Pawar camp, Faizan Mirza, leader NCP Sharad Pawar camp, Sanju Verma, BJP spokesperson, Ajoy Kumar, Congress spokesperson, and Sahil Joshi, our colleague here, our Mumbai bureau chief. First, before I come to the politicians, Sahil, picture abhi baki hai is a word I often use. What is the next scene likely to be in Maharashtra? There is some talk that Ajit Pawar could take over as chief minister possibly as early next month. Do you see that realistic? Is it possible now that Maharashtra could have a fourth chief minister in 4 years?
Well, Rajdeep, let me put this in a way. I mean, if that is supposed to happen, then what will be the possibilities? A, Shinde will have to resign and make way for Ajit Pawar to become the chief minister, at the instance of the BJP top leadership telling Shinde that you set aside and, Ajit Pawar will now be the chief minister. Give him 1 year's time. That seems to be a little bit difficult because, to change the scenario will definitely affect the BJP's image as well. That, it's like a use and throw. They wanted to use Eknath Shinde to, take over the Shiv Sena party, and now once that is done, they have removed him once they have got the third partner. So that seems a little bit difficult. What is the next thing could happen is that...
But that's exactly what they're doing, Sahil. But Sahil, just a minute, isn't that exactly what's happening? Use and throw is what the BJP has been doing.
Right now, they have not made Ajit Pawar the chief minister. Of course, what they have done is that they have pulled down a little bit of pressure from their chest, because right now, the Shinde camp MLAs were asserting their rights. The way that some of the Shiv Sena leaders were talking about it, that this government wouldn't have happened if Eknath Shinde and the people around him wouldn't have dared to get out of the MBA government and form this government. People like Gajanan Kirtikar asserting themselves that the 22 seats which Shiv Sena fought in 2019 in Lok Sabha should be given to the Shiv Sena. And most important, the advertisement which was released in the newspaper showing that Eknath Shinde has got better ratings than that of Devendra Fadnavis. All these things clubbed together, they were asserting themselves. Now there is a third partner. So obviously BJP gets more room for maneuvering. They don't have to just listen to what the Shinde camp is saying, because there is a third partner involved. The government becomes more stable. So obviously that case is there. But despite that, if they remove Eknath Shinde and make Ajit Pawar the chief minister, that will give a chance for the Shiv Sena Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray camp to claim that, look, we were saying this since last 1 year, that BJP will use you and throw you away, and that chance I don't think that the BJP leadership would want to give to the people, and of course to the Shiv Sena UBT camp, right. Uddhav Thackeray and Aditya Thackeray.
So what happens next very quickly? So Sahil, very quickly, what happens next?
Yeah. So the next option what we can see right now is that they will try to run this government as it is. And most importantly, what I feel, my sense right now I can see is that Sharad Pawar knows it very well. I mean, he understands the political situation very quickly. He understands that the more number of MLAs are with Ajit Pawar at this point of time. And the way it happened with Eknath Shinde, he may lose the symbol and the name of the party. And that's the reason why he has already started telling his people that, look, I contested election on 4 different symbols, but despite that I could get elected. So as you. So let's prepare ourselves for the moment where we will have to rebuild a new section of NCP, and let's work towards that. So we will be seeing a bitter battle within the Pawar family for the next year, because Ajit Pawar has opened the can of worms and he has decided that he is going to give it back to his uncle. He is going to talk about all the things which has happened since last 3-4 years, and he is going to reveal his image as soon as possible. Also, what Ajit Pawar did today in his speech is that he distanced himself from the dynastic politics. Even if he himself is Pawar, he tried to tell people that, look, he is not the son of Sharad Pawar. What he achieved on his own, and despite that, he did not get the chance, which the BJP is always trying to tell people that this is the reason why they hate the dynastic politics. So Ajit Pawar is trying to distance himself from that.
Okay. Sahil Joshi joining us. Appreciate your joining us. Let's widen this to the politicians now, because the big question that Sahil has in a way raised, and which I want to raise, is this end game for Sharad Pawar, one of the most enduring Indian politicians? Is he facing his last and final battle? Faizan Mirza, today was supposed to be the trial of strength in Mumbai, and clearly round 1, purely in terms of MLAs, was won by Ajit Pawar. 31, 32 possibly were with him, just 13 were with Sharad Pawar. Are we to accept that now Ajit Pawar is the #1 Neta of the NCP?
It cannot be claimed that except Pawar Sahib, anyone can be #1 in NCP. And second thing, that it is not an end game for Pawar Sahib. क्योंकि जहां से लोगों की सोच खत्म होती है, वहां से शरद पवार साहब की सोच शुरू होती है. ये तो इब्तिदाई इश्क है, अंजाम तक अब पहुंचाया जाएगा और अंजाम इसका आगे कुछ दिनों में साफ हो जाएगा.
Now, what is the anjam? What is the anjam? You are saying that what according to you is the end game? What will happen next?
अभी फिलहाल तो अभी रिसेंट सिनेरियो में जो माहिती मेरे पास है, वो माहिती ये है कि शिंदे गठ में ही अस्वस्थता निर्माण हुई है. वो अस्वस्थता कहां तक लेके जाती है, अब देखिए, ये सरकार रहती है या जाती है, आने वाला वक्त बताएगा आपको.
I want to for a moment, because all the posters, I was coming into Mumbai, and we'll show those posters in a moment. Every poster of the Ajit Pawar faction had large pictures of Sharad Pawar. So, Umesh Patil, आप लोग कह रहे हैं कि आप एक तरह से अजीत पवार कह रहे हैं वो अब नेता बन गए हैं एनसीपी के, ही इज द प्रेसिडेंट. शरद पवार इज सेइंग वो जनता के पास जाएंगे. वो कह रहे हैं कि वो जनता को आगे अपनी बात रखेंगे. और अजीत पवार ने जिस तरह से अपने स्पीच में बात की कि वो पीछे नहीं हटेंगे. आप मुझे बताइए, अगर आप शरद पवार को फाइट वाकई दे पाएंगे, टक्कर दे पाएंगे? पिक्चर्स में तो शरद पवार के पोस्टर लगे हुए हैं सब जगह.
देखिए, ये पवार साहब को साइड देने की बात है ही नहीं है. आज अजीत दादा ने अपनी बात जनता में रखी है, पवार साहब ने भी रखी है, और जो बातें लेकर अजीत दादा ने आज का स्पीच दिया है, वो सभी बातें लेकर जनता में अजीत दादा भी जा सकते हैं और जाएंगे भी. बाकायदा छगन भुजबल साहब है, प्रफुल्ल पटेल साहब है, हसन मुश्रीफ साहब है, सुनील जी तटकरे साहब है, बहुत सीनियर लीडर जो है रामराजे नाईक निंबाळकर जी है. इतने सीनियर मोस्ट लीडर जिन्होंने पार्टी को खड़ा किया, जो पार्टी के फाउंडर है, वो सब लोग जो है आज अजीत दादा के साथ है। और इन्होंने जो बातें आज रखी है वो सब जो बातें हैं वो कार्यकर्ताओं के सामने रखी है। कल जाके वही बातें जो है वो जनता के सामने रखेंगे। राजनीति में, लोकशाही में, डेमोक्रेसी में हर एक को अपनी बात रखने का अधिकार है। तो पवार साहब को भी है, अजीत दादा को भी है, सबको है।
नहीं, बट इसी ये सवाल उठता है मिस्टर पाटिल की स्पीच में आज अजीत पवार ने कहा कि शरद पवार रिटायर कब होंगे। अब शरद पवार ने आपको बनाया, इट्स लाइक टेलिंग योर मेंटोर प्लीज रिटायर। उन्होंने ये पूछा कि सरकारी अफसर 60 इयर्स पर रिटायर होता है। गुड पॉइंट। बीजेपी के नेता 75 साल पे रिटायर होते हैं। ये शरद पवार कब रिटायर होंगे? क्या इस तरह से उम्र के बारे में बात करना कि शरद पवार अब रिटायर हो जाए, क्या आपको लगता है ये सही है कि शरद पवार को आप लोग एक तरह से कह रहे हैं प्लीज लीव, क्विट?
ऐसी बात नहीं कही है। अजीत दादा उनके फैमिली मेंबर है। पवार साहब के सेहत के बारे में उनको भी चिंता है जितने हम लोगों को कार्यकर्ता को चिंता है। पवार साहब का ऑपरेशन एक नहीं 2 बार ऑपरेशन हो चुका है, वो गंभीर तौर का ऑपरेशन हो चुका है। इस उम्र में मार्गदर्शक के तौर पे पवार साहब ने अपना किरदार निभाना चाहिए। अगर युवा पीढ़ी मतलब नेक्स्ट जनरेशन कुछ काम करती है तो उनसे अगर कुछ गलती होती है तो उनको वो सुधार सकते हैं, बता सकते हैं, कान खींच सकते हैं। ये रोल हर फैमिली में, अगर हम राष्ट्रवादी पार्टी हमारी फैमिली है तो फैमिली के मुखिया जो है जब उनका एक दौर होता है, आज उनकी एज के हिसाब से, उनकी उम्र के हिसाब से, उनकी तबीयत को देखते हुए अब जो है पवार साहब ने आराम करना चाहिए, ज्यादा भागदौड़ नहीं करनी चाहिए, ऐसा अजीत दादा का कहना है। और ये किसी भी अपने पिता के प्रति प्रेम रखने वाले को ये कहने का हक है। वही अजीत दादा ने कहा है। इसका मतलब जो आप निकाल रहे हैं वो ऐसा नहीं है।
Faizan Mirza, the fact is that Sharad Pawar will turn 83 in December. The fact is he's a remarkable cancer survivor. He's been in politics for more than 5 decades. Has the time come for him to retire, or was this about Sharad Pawar trying to ensure that his legacy is passed on to his daughter Supriya, as a result of which the nephew got angry? The nephew believes, I am more capable than Supriya Sule, I should have been made the leader. This is about family succession, and therefore Sharad Pawar, according to Ajit Pawar, should have retired gracefully and given him charge.
Exactly not, Rajdeep. मैं अभी थोड़े दिन पहले ही मैंने आप ही के साथ में शरद पवार साहब की 2019 की एक मुलाकात देखी है, जिसके अंदर आपने शरद पवार साहब से क्वेश्चन किया था कि उम्र के बारे में। तो पवार साहब ने आपको ये कहा था कि मेरी जो काम करने की क्षमता है आज भी वो 35-40 के आसपास है। एज इज जस्ट द नंबर। तो उनकी उम्र पर ना जाए, उनके जज्बे पर जाए। और रहा सवाल ये लीगेसी पास करने का, और ये तो पवार साहब ने ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं सोचा था। उन्होंने जिस वक्त रिटायरमेंट की घोषणा की थी कि वो पार्टी का काम भी बाहर से देखेंगे, तो बाद में उन्होंने कार्यकर्ताओं के आग्रह को देखते हुए अपने फैसले को चेंज किया और 2 कार्याध्यक्ष ने में वो पार्टी की थोड़ी जिम्मेदारी निभाए। इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि उन्होंने अजीत दादा को कहीं पर भी साइडलाइन करने की वो की है। तो ये जो भी बातें हैं ये सब गलत मतलब निकाला जा रहा है इन बातों का। आगे आने वाले वक्त में इसका भी क्लैरिफिकेशन मिलेगा।
Sanju Verma, we are listening to this NCP fight, and I think I see you smiling all the time. It seems that the BJP is enjoying what's happening. This is in a way Amit Shah, as some are suggesting, taking revenge for the fact that Sharad Pawar tied up with the Shiv Sena and prevented the BJP from forming a government in 2019. That, according to some BJP people, is the original sin. And ever since then, you have broken Shiv Sena, now NCP, and you are enjoying it. Your smile is because you are enjoying the breakup of the NCP.
You know, Rajdeep, बीजेपी का तो ये हाल है, हम यदि स्माइल करते हैं, खुश रहते हैं, तब भी लोगों को दिक्कत होती है। हम यदि सीना तान के बोलते हैं कि हम
English please.
Yes, if we say that we are the world's largest party, people still have a problem with that. Be that as it may, Rajdeep, since on your show you allow the liberty of Hindi kahawats, because I heard a very interesting 2 lines from a lady of the NCP, the Sharad Pawar faction, who was saying tiger zinda hai. and she referred to Sharad Pawar. I have to admit, Sharad Pawar has had a great legacy, no denying that. I mean, anybody with an iota of common sense knows that he's been a veteran politician. Having said that, I will just read out 4 lines. Please indulge me. जल गया मेरा घर, अब बचा ही क्या है? जल गया मेरा घर, अब बचा ही क्या है? और बच गया तो फिर जला ही क्या है? मेरी मेहनत का नतीजा है मुकद्दर वरना, मेरी मेहनत का नतीजा है मुकद्दर वरना, इन हाथों की लकीरों में रखा ही क्या है? इन हाथों की लकीरों में रखा ही क्या है? The point is, शरद पवार साहब की लेगेसी बहुत, he has had a wonderful legacy, he has had a great मुकद्दर, but unfortunately हाथ की लकीरों ने अभी अपना कमाल दिखाना शुरू कर दिया है. And the limited point is that anybody who has been following Maharashtra politics, and I have no qualms in admitting Rajdeep Sardesai follows and knows Maharashtra politics better than many of us, you will know that Baramati has been the bastion of Sharad Pawar. And tell me, Rajdeep, who are the Bahubalis of Baramati? Sharad Pawar is a classic example of Chirag Tale Andhera. Amar Mahadik, Yogesh Jagtap, Prashant Kate, Jawahar Shah. These are the 4 people who run Baramati's sugar cooperatives, they run Baramati's educational institutions, they run the 68 Gram Panchayats that fall into Baramati. Since the last 2 years, they've been saying that Supriya Sule and Sharad Pawar Sahib have not had the time, forget to go to Baramati to even listen to the grievances of their own Bahubalis from Baramati. And tell me one thing, with no offense to Sharad Pawar, Ajit Pawar, I heard him on your channel saying that on the 13th of June, more than 2 weeks back, there was a working committee meeting held under the aegis of Praful Patel and other senior NCP, Sharad Pawar and Ajit Pawar faction combined leaders, where a decision was taken that, you know, things are not hunky-dory and we need to tread a different path. On the 30th of June, Ajit Pawar sends a letter to the ECI saying that he has the support of 40 MLAs of the erstwhile Sharad Pawar faction, and he claims that the symbol of NCP, the alarm clock, should belong to him. Then on the 2nd of July, Ajit Pawar along with 9 erstwhile Sharad Pawar loyalists takes oath at the Raj Bhavan. So much happened, and the man who's called the wily fox, the Baramati Baron, उनके नाक के नीचे इतना कुछ हो गया, उनको हवा ही नहीं थी. That itself shows that Sharad Pawar has had a great legacy, but it's time to hang up the boots and it's time to pass on the baton to Ajit Pawar.
You made the point, ma'am.
I've
allowed you to have a rather long, ma'am, you've made a rather long speech now. Don't this time complain that you haven't got enough time. You say that Mr. Pawar should hang up his boots. I want to ask you, Ajoy Kumar, while Sanju Verma was smiling, listening to the NCP almost imploding, what is the Congress's stand? Will the Congress firmly stand behind Sharad Pawar in his hour of need? Or will the Congress now say, Mr. Pawar, we are the ones who will lead the charge in Maharashtra, you now step aside or you become a supporting actor? Is Congress willing to join Sharad Pawar now in taking the fight to the BJP? Because Mr. Pawar has said, BJP is my enemy.
So, Rajdeep, I think it is very ugly if we say that, look, we are the big brother, or we are going to take control. First of all, the Congress support with Sharad Pawar ji is very clear. Whether it is Kharge ji, whether it is Mrs. Gandhi, Rahul ji, everybody has spoken. Everybody, all the senior leadership in the Congress is very much in touch with Sharad Pawar ji, and especially with Sharad Pawar ji and the real NCP according to us. I was hearing Mr. Umesh Patil, one thing good about politics is it teaches to lie so easily, saying that we are concerned about the health of Mr. Sharad Pawar. They were not concerned about the health of Mr. Sharad Pawar before June 3rd. But suddenly they seem to be very concerned now that they're split from it. The fact is that you split from it, and I think we must have the grace to say that, listen, we had differences with it. But just Mr. Patil is a senior leader. But my only thing is, one side you put his posters, okay? One side, then you say you must retire it. So it's really, the lowest level of kind of politics we have descended to. You don't want Mr. Sharad Pawar.
So you're
okay. One sec, let me complete. You're the real NCP, no issues at all. The fact is, our reading of the situation, maybe we are wrong, like what happened in Eknath Shinde. Mr. Eknath Shinde is not the real Shiv Sena. And you see what has happened. The BJP read the script and realized that he doesn't have the support. It's not that the MLAs will get disqualified. It's just that they could have, the speaker continues to dilly-dally, so they would have managed that thing. The fact is that the Eknath Shinde faction is going to implode very soon in terms of the electoral politics of our understanding. Now, we may be wrong. I mean, it's up to others, people. You have much more experience on analyzing elections. We definitely feel that the people will be with Mr. Sharad Pawar. Because what is NCP?
Okay, so you're saying you will back. You made your point there. You made your point. Because you raised the Shiv Sena, just a minute. Because you raised the Shiv Sena, one of the developments that has taken place in Maharashtra today is the possibility that the Shiv Sena also, the faction run by Chief Minister Eknath Shinde is also in trouble. What is the mood in the Shiv Sena, Uddhav Sena? How are they seeing what is playing out in the NCP? Will they now solidify further or fragment more? I spoke a short while ago to Priyanka Chaturvedi. Listen in, and then we'll rejoin the discussion. And joining me now is Priyanka Chaturvedi, the Shiv Sena MP. Appreciate your joining us, Priyanka Chaturvedi. It seems that history is repeating itself in Maharashtra. What happened with the Shiv Sena is happening with the NCP. In fact, Ajit Pawar, much like Eknath Shinde, seems to have got a majority of the MLAs. 31 of the 53 MLAs were seen today with him, signing affidavits saying they are with his faction. Would you accept, therefore, that the BJP now has succeeded both with Shiv Sena and with the NCP in getting a majority of the MLAs to back them?
So what is repeating again from last year is BJP's hypocrisy, BJP's total disregard to constitutional morality or democratic principles. That is what is happening. In terms of majority in numbers, I can tell you and assure you, Rajdeep, this is still the period of 2024 till the elections are not called for the Lok Sabha and the Assembly elections. And these numbers are going to be turning around in favor of Mahavikas Aghadi. So what you always look at as setback is perhaps a temporary setback for everyone in the Mahavikas Aghadi to move forward. We saw how an Eknath Shinde used the excuse of Mahavikas Aghadi not working well because of NCP, especially because of Ajit Pawar, has now aligned with Ajit Pawar to continue to stay in power. We've seen how BJP has used the plank of corruption against the NCP, is now sitting with NCP in power. So this is actually just a lust for power, not as per the principles of morality that should prevail, and that is what the BJP goes and tells across the nation. And the Prime Minister speaks about zero corruption, na khaunga na khane dunga, while eating up all those parties he's been accusing of corruption. So this is what the repeat is. But as far as we are concerned, I can't say for NCP right now because it's still in a turmoil. We have worked on ground for 1 year. Uddhav ji has been working on ground, Aditya ji has been working on ground, and our cadre continues to be with us, and people's support continues strongly to be with Uddhav ji.
So in a sense, it appears that both the Shiv Sena or the Shiv Sena Uddhav faction and the Sharad Pawar NCP faction are now looking at the elections of Maharashtra and Lok Sabha next year, Vidhan Sabha and Lok Sabha. The battle will be fought there. You're almost accepting that at the moment you don't have a majority of MLAs. You are the Eknath Shinde-led government is now a triple engine with an overwhelming number of MLAs. Your best hope is now to fight the elections of 2024 and hope that the voters will stick with you. Am I correct?
So, okay, so firstly it's not a triple engine. It's a three-wheeler. And three-wheeler with the front tire punctured, which is Mr. Eknath Shinde. He is na ghar ka na ghat ka. This is what his status right now is, and that is the status of the 40 traitors who went with him and the 10 more additional independent MLAs who went in the hope of becoming probably ministers in this cabinet. And today the situation is such that with 115 MLAs, 105 plus some independent support, BJP has only 10 cabinet ministers, out of which 2 happen to be imports from other parties who are again accused of e-corruption. So, of course, we are looking at the people's mandate. It is the BJP which is running away from the people's mandate. That is why it's trying to get this forced popularity by breaking away parties. And of course, our entire hope and democracy's hope is on the people. The mandate of the people is what reigns supreme. What they are getting is not people's mandate. Please remember, in Maharashtra, BJP was not given a majority. And BJP has now relied on splitting parties to be able to cobble up a majority to continue its lust for power.
But you know, you said just now very interestingly that Eknath Shinde is na ghar ka na ghat ka. What happens if some of the restive MLAs of Eknath Shinde who've been denied ministerships, who are worried about NCP joining hands now with the BJP, if they were to come to you and say, please forgive us, we are ready to join the Uddhav Sena, will you allow them to join? You've called them Gaddar so far. Will the same Gaddars now switch back to the Uddhav Sena? Are you ready to embrace them?
No, firstly, that is a call for Uddhav Sahab to take. But let me assure you one thing here. Ever since these traitors left, Uddhav ji has been working hard on ground to ensure that those who were unable to get a ticket and those who were denied a ticket so that these people could contest an election have been preparing and are working strongly on ground. So what happens to them, the time will tell. But what is clearly obvious is these opportunists who left Shiv Sena using the name of Bala Saheb Thackeray, by backstabbing his own party, by backstabbing the leadership of the party, today stand nowhere. And today they stand exposed on all the reasons they gave, whether it was on Hindutva. Now they are sitting in the lap of NCP, and today if you look at Ajit Pawar's speech, he categorically says he is looking at becoming the chief minister. So whose place is he going to replace? Would he replace Devendra Fadnavis or would he replace Eknath Shinde? So those are the dichotomies that prevail in this three-wheeler alliance with the front, like I said, the front tire punctured. And the two tires behind are deflating every single day because of the losing popularity and losing the ground that they stood for.
Okay, so there you have it. You've heard all the players in a way. Just a few minutes more, I want to tell you what's going to happen next. Let's find out what happens next in Maharashtra's Mahadrama. Faizan Mirza, aap bataiye, what is the end game? Agla kya hona hai? Will we see Sharad Pawar now being slowly but surely losing the party he created? जो party उन्होंने बनाई थी, वो party उनके हाथ से चली गई है. You accept that Amit Shah is the one who is behind it?
ये तो आप सबको ही पता है कि ये चाल किसकी है. इसमें किसी का नाम लेने की मुझे तो अब जरूरत नहीं है. ये पूरा देश जानता है, पूरी जनता. नहीं, जो भी हो, चाल हो, लेकिन पार्टी तो चली गई ना. पार्टी नहीं गई. आप खुद महाराष्ट्र में कितने साल से पत्रकारिता कर रहे हैं. शरद पवार साहब को ये लोग जो अंडर एस्टिमेट कर रहे हैं, ये कहीं ना कहीं हास्यास्पद बात है. और अभी भारतीय जनता पार्टी के प्रवक्ता ने पवार साहब के ऊपर और हाथ की लकीरों के ऊपर कुछ बोल दिया है. लेकिन एक बात उन्हें ध्यान रखनी चाहिए, 1999 में जब उन्होंने कांग्रेस छोड़ी पवार साहब ने, उसके बाद में अपने मुकद्दर को बनाया और अपने पसीने की स्याही से लिखते हैं जो अपने इरादों को, उनके मुकद्दर के पन्ने कभी कोरे नहीं रहते. ये बात ध्यान रखिएगा.
अरे वाह, तुमने भी एक लाइन दे दी. संजू वर्मा, you know, somewhere is the BJP, no, 1 minute, is the BJP underestimating the mood in Maharashtra? I'll tell you this, yes, a lot of people I've spoken to, people who've tracked the state's politics, are saying the people are disgusted with what is happening, that they believe everything in Maharashtra now is golmaal. Are you supremely overconfident that simply breaking parties will enable you to win Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha next year? Are you aware, possibly, that there could be public anger also, that the BJP, a party with a difference, is only interested in breaking parties?
Rajdeep, we are having a very interesting debate on your show. And you know, you got the Uddhav Sena's Priyanka Chaturvedi, and she said some stuff about Eknath Shinde, the sitting chief minister. I cannot hold back my punches on that. I need to remind Priyanka Chaturvedi, she said, na ghar ka na ghat ka, in a reference to Eknath Shinde. So Priyanka Chaturvedi, aapki ek tweet hai which you deleted at 5:44 PM on the 19th of January 2015. She says, and this is the tweet which she deleted, how can one wake up one fine morning and change their ideology just like they change their clothes? Is ideology all about staying in power? And then there is another tweet of hers, I will end with this one.
Ma'am, I asked you a question. Why are you going to Priyanka? Answer my question. We have limited time now. Answer my question. Is the BJP overconfident? No. Is the BJP overconfident?
Okay, I will answer, Rajdeep. Please, 10 seconds. You got an intervention midway through the program. You don't expect the BJP to counter? 10 seconds. Please indulge me. Priyanka Chaturvedi at 12:23 p.m. on 18th November 2015. How shameful that BJP gives away the Mumbai mayor's bungalow, a heritage property for Bal Thackeray's memorial. So, यदि महाराष्ट्र की राजनीति में कोई थाली का बैंगन है, कोई धोबी का डैश डैश है, जो ना घर का है, ना घाट का है, वो प्रियंका चतुर्वेदी है. She's a थाली का बैंगन. Her words mean nothing. Now answering your question.
Ma'am, can I? 1 minute. No, 1 minute. Before you answer my question, let me just say this. If I start picking up the tweets that Devendra Fadnavis's supporters said about Ajit Pawar, who's now your deputy chief minister and your new darling, we'll have the whole night to speak about it. But tell me, is the BJP overconfident?
अगला इलेक्शन आ जाएगा.
No, is the BJP overconfident?
ट्वीट से और इतने वीडियो से देवेंद्र फडणवीस जी के.
मैंने आपको नहीं टोका. Thank you. Rajdeep, let us get this very clear. In 1978 July, 18th July, and you know this better than anyone because I know you understand the nuances of Maharashtra politics. I've been listening to your commentary on your channel for the last couple of days since this whole, fireworks started. Sharad Pawar on the 18th. Sharad Pawar on the 18th of July 1978 backstabbed. किसकी पीठ पर छुरा भोंका? On the then Chief Minister Vasant Dada Patil. Sharad Pawar walked out with 40 MLAs, toppling the Vasant Dada Patil government. In 1980, Sharad Pawar ने किसकी पीठ में छुरा भोंका? Yashwant Rao Chavan. And today he was showing his strength at the Yashwant Rao Chavan Memorial. In 1986, he said, Indira Gandhi या उनके सुपुत्र के किसी के साथ I will not have an alliance. And then in July 1986 in Aurangabad, he merged his Congress S in the presence of Rajiv Gandhi with the then Congress as it stood. And then in 1999, after singing praises of Sonia Gandhi, he formed his NCP. इसीलिए Sharad Pawar, the way he backstabbed Vasant Dada Patil, Yashwant Rao Chavan, and even Suresh Kalmadi, who was once his friends, and then they became sworn enemies. Sharad Pawar को political morality के बारे में तो बात नहीं करनी चाहिए, ना उनके supporters को. Point number 2, what do you expect the BJP to do, Rajdeep? There are 48 seats that go into the Lok Sabha from Maharashtra. You expect the BJP to sit twiddling its thumbs? And you want us to allow the opposition to get away and have their cake and eat it too? Is that what you want, Rajdeep? BJP को चुपचाप बैठना चाहिए.
What I want. No, 1 minute now. Okay, you've had your say. Producer. Ma'am, you've said your point. What I want really is a little bit of stability in Maharashtra politics, which has been missing over the last few years. I'll tell our viewers a story. When I joined journalism in 1988, one of my sort of senior colleagues told me, why are you tracking politics in Maharashtra? Nothing ever happens here. Congress fights the Congress and nothing else happens. In the last 4 years, this has been the most turbulent state. We've had 3 chief ministers, we've had 4 deputy chief ministers, and we've had virtually every few months some political earthquake or the other. It's perhaps a sign of the times that Maharashtra, which was once acknowledged as the most stable state in the country with the commercial capital of Mumbai, has seen this kind of political turbulence. And that perhaps tells a story in itself. This may be a battle for the Pawars over the family business, as some call the NCP, or it may well be vendetta politics, Devendra Fadnavis and Amit Shah settling scores with the Pawars and the Thackeray's. But either way, you and I, the voters, the citizens perhaps, are the losers, because all that seems to matter in Maharashtra politics at the moment is kaun banega mantri, kaun banega mukhyamantri, kisko milegi lal batti. Is that what politics is all about? That lal batti, ministers and cash and carry politics. I want all my guests to think about that. I want all the viewers of this channel to think about that. I want all Indians to think about what do we want from our politicians and what is the nature of political morality. For now, I leave you with a song. This is Mumbai, the city of Bollywood. Let's listen to a song that typifies in a way all that one is seeing. Bye for now.
कब हुआ क्यों हुआ जब हुआ तब हुआ ओ छोड़ो ये न सोचो ये क्या हुआ कैसे हुआ कब हुआ क्यों हुआ जब हुआ तब हुआ ओ छोड़ो